Alright, peace, love, and blessings. Apologies for that. The streaming software crashed. Yeah, I'm really not sure when it crashed. I just noticed when I went to switch Windows to this that it was frozen. So sorry if you missed all the explanation, but yeah, we're going for it. Very important to have my notes here. So let's expand this a bit, and I'll keep OBS there just in case it crashes again. I can get back into it. Right. So we want to stall out the sandstorm. So even though we one shot with low kick, we're gonna fake out. A little bit of chip, which is fine. And then we low kick, just one shot. Very happy I took low kick over low sweep, because low sweep was not a one shot. And it would have got stealth rock up, and again stealth rock up. Basically, some got knocked out. So I'm expecting Soul Rock. Yep. Okay, good, because it sees, especially because of the two sandstorm chips, it sees a knockout with Cycle Cut. So we're going to switch into Incineroar. Get Intimidate off. I love the back sprite on the Incineroar, looks epic. Oh wow, it looks like a hench Pokemon. I love the design. And we are going to fake out. Again, we're just trying to stall out the sand for now, because all of these Pokemon are getting, all of Roxanne's Pokemon are getting a special defense boost by the sand. So we need to get rid of that basically. Well, not all of them, but most of them. Now, yeah, we don't actually have a guaranteed knockout yet with, we don't have a guaranteed knockout yet with the loading executor. And this thing has a weakness policy, so if we were to Giga Drain and it didn't get knocked out, it would be really bad, right? So, we can't Snarl either, so we're gonna Fire Fang. Obviously hoping it doesn't get on the boost, because that will mess things up. Some health back. And that puts it, and the sandstorm's finished, and that puts it at just low enough so that we can switch it to Executor, and we can one shot with Giga Drain. Again, assuming I didn't get the Omni boost. So now we're gonna Giga Drain. Okay, we're hoping for a quick draw proc, but this is fine. Still fine. We did factor for this. Obviously, if we'd got to Quick Claw, Giga Drain, that would have been better, but this is still fine. We're expecting Omastar because it one-shots with Ice Beam. So, this is where we kind of have a few different rules about how things can go now. So, we're gonna... Obviously, the Ice Beam is a one-shot and it's faster. So, obviously, and the thing is, Giga Drain, right? If we weren't worried about Pokemon getting knocked out, if Quick Claw Proxy and Giga Drain, the Omastar gets one-shotted. But we're not going to rely on, I think, a 10% chance. So, we are instead going to go into Empoleon. We take the Ice Beam very well. Now, this is where things get a little interesting. If I Bubble Beam, and then I Bubble Beam a second time in a row, it probably switches into Cradley for the Storm Drain to get a special attack boost. If I Steel Wing, I can keep Omastar in, but Empoleon will be on such low health, I'm not sure who's going to come in, right? Now what I'm thinking is that if I can get it to waste a turn by switching, trying to get a special attack boost up to Storm Drain, but actually getting hit by a super effective Steel Wing, I think that is the best route. But depending on what happens, it means we might have some difficulty taking out this Omastar, because really no one else can really reliably take out this Omastar. Or if I do have to use someone else, probably for Alligator, I don't have a full Mega Aerodactyl. But we're gonna try and go for Bubble Beam. It should Seismic Toss because that does the most damage. Now let's see, because it might not switch. Okay, it doesn't switch. This is still fine. So I'll go to 37. Berry Juice procs. So that I can take one more. Now we really don't want it to switch on the Torrent boost in Bubble Beam. So let me think. We did a Bubble Beam, then we did a Steel Wing instead. Have I miscalculated? I feel like... Hold up, sorry, I'm just... I feel like I might have miscalculated here. I'm faster, right? Yeah, I'm faster. Yeah, I should be. I should have 52 speed, and this thing should have 51 speed. Yeah. So... it should be a case of I Steel Wing now. Seismic tosses. It puts me in Torrent range. Bubble Beam finishes it off. Yeah. But anyone could come in now. Okay. And this is kind of the situation you don't want to be in. But fortunately, I actually prefer... I say I prefer this switch, but... okay. Let me just have a quick think. This is where I don't think it Dragon Tails, right? Because at the end of the day, it's faster. And it wants to just take me out. So it should Lands Wrath, because Extreme Speed isn't neither Skittle Smack or Extreme Speed a guaranteed take me out. So it should Lands Wrath here. Which is kind of the worst case for Hitmonchan. It's the most damaging move, but it's fine. What I really don't want is Dragon Tail. Dragon Tail would be bad. And let me just check crit wise, because I'm obviously on 79. Max this thing does is 69. Which actually is kind of an issue, because if it crits, I'm then in Extreme Speed range. But I think Fake Out is 3 priority, and Extreme Speed is 2. Yeah, so Extreme Speed is 2, Fake Out is +3, yeah. So let's see, Landsrath 46 maximum. Put me at 33. Yeah, so if it crits, I'm in a bit of an issue because I'll be in extreme speed range. And because of that, I wonder, do I want to go into Incineroar first? Because that way I get the Intimidate off. He doesn't take a Landsrath now. Landsrath could KO. Okay, so we're going to go for the original plan. Go back into Hitmonchan. We are hoping for not a crit with Landsrath. If it crits, it's an issue. So I'm just really hoping it doesn't crit. Okay, good. So we're at 37 HP. Oh gosh, how did I not check that? I'm slower. I'm slower, it just lands rapid again. Gosh, how did I not read that properly? Okay, well, we're gonna fake out still. Faster, it should see that Landsrath is the only thing that KOs. Okay, this has put me in a bit of a situation. I can't believe I forgot to check the speed stat. Yeah, should have been Rabombi. Rabombi would have handled this. So we can still come in on for Alligator. It just means I don't have for Alligator to use against. It means I don't have for Alligator to use against Mega Aerodactyl. I might have to chance the Quick Claw Dragon Pulse with Lowland Executor because Landsrath is like 25. Let's see, at high rolls puts me at so that'd be 92, so 67. The only thing that would kill me after that is Dragon Tail. Skitter Smack won't do it. It does lower my special attack, so it might go for that in extreme speed, but I think this is the best play I have at the moment because I really need to keep for Alligator healthy for dealing with plus for Alligator is slower as well, and I really needed to deal with the help on Mega Aerodactyl. So going to Executor, we are expecting Landsrath, which I resist. Fortunately, it's not. Yeah, that wasn't enough to put it in Power Construct, but the next turn it will now. So I'm on 71. It doesn't actually see a kill with Dragon Tail. It probably Skitter Smacks, which lowers my special attack, right? Yeah. So. I think even if my special attack is lowered by 1, I still do about half, so the Sticky Bob should finish it off, so even, yeah. Quick Claw? Quick Claw! Okay, if this doesn't have damage, then I don't take any extra damage. Nice, okay. The Quick Claw paid off! The Quick Claw actually came through. It's probably Mega Aerodactyl. Okay. Fortunately, Unnerve doesn't affect Berry Juice. I've observed that myself. So, So Aerodactyl only sees a knockout with wing attack, so it's definitely going for wing attack. So we do obviously have to switch. I mean, yes, Quick Claw Hypnosis would be legendary, but we're not taking that chance. So our options are for Alligator, take a wing attack, but I'd much rather switch into Garganacl and get the Soul Kill going, because it is using wing attack and I resist. I mean, don't get me wrong, Intimidates. Is it worth? Don't forget, I still have to deal with the Cradley after it. But and Napoleon's not strong enough to deal with it now. That was my original plan. So if I go into Incineroar, right? Takes chunk from wing attack. I mean, I fake out and then I have to switch again. It would be -1, but it's. Yeah, I think this might be better saved for the Cradling. In theory, getting Intimidate off is actually really beneficial, because if I switch into Garganacl now, it takes a wing attack. And then it takes an Earthquake. A crit Earthquake would be pretty devastating, but it's not enough to one-shot. So let's say it's wing attack Earthquake, and then it's probably a 3-shot. If it was to be intimidated first, it probably Earthquakes first. So again, I'm at risk of being crit. Makes surviving everything a lot more manageable. I'm having a look and thinking, who's actually dealing with this Cradley after this, right? It's probably going to end up being Lone Executor. No one else matches into it quite as well. Incineroar can lower its attack, but that doesn't really help too much. Obviously the Sand Tomb's going to trap, which is not nice. Yeah, I probably don't switch. I don't know whether to go Intimidate or not now. Incineroar. I feel like we want to get a Soul Cure up ASAP. And that is really all I will be able to do. Well, I guess in theory, if I could be at full health and Soul Cure Cradley and spam Rock Smash, that might also work, but I think I'd rather land a Hypnosis and start Giga Draining with Lone Executor. in theory, getting Intimidate off first is kind of better, if I'm not being correct. And if it does Earthquake, right, it might then actually be better to just go into for Alligator. Yeah, let's do it that way, because that way we might have Garganical for... Here we go. Did go for wing attack. Now we fake out. Get a bit of chip damage. So let's really track this thing's health. So obviously don't know exactly how much damage we did, but we're gonna assume we'll go on the lower end and say it's on 93% health. So it's about 8 damage. Let's see how much it's saying for fake out actually. So saying fake out, yeah, minimum it did is 8 damage. Could have done 9. So it's at 49 health at -1. It should only see a KO. It might rock too, but I'm already slower. And so we're gonna switch into Alligator. Okay, it doesn't rock too. I was slower anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And that's less damage than Earthquake, so that's fine. 5, so we're at 73%. It probably wing attacked actually, which is kind of strange. Just you know, crits will take me out now. But the good news is we Ice Fang. Hopefully, don't get one shot. Okay, very good. That's a good chunk of damage. So I'm at 68. Again, I'm still in crit range. Not much I can do about that. It took 8 damage from a fake out, potentially maybe 9. And then at a minimum, it just took 60 damage. So it'd be on 52 health. So essentially, I think I still Aqua Jet, right? Because, okay, yes, if I Ice Fang now, it should knock it out, right? But the fact is, I'm slower, so it's going to get attack off, I'm going to Ice Fang. Whereas if I Aqua Jet, I get some damage off, I have a chance to KO it. And even if it doesn't knock it out, I just Aqua Jet again next turn, so Aqua Jet is the correct play here. Let's hope there's enough damage to knock it out. Okay. Just hope we don't get crits. That's a shame. I was really hoping to do this deathless, but I think that's optimistic. That's a shame. If it didn't crit, yeah, if it didn't crit, Alligator still be up. That's a shame. Thank you for your service, Alligator. You did good damage. It's a shame you didn't KO her. Okay. So if we're working off of minimum damage, right? So we can So again, if we're working off of minimum damage, oops, it's on 52, and then it did, the Aquajet at minimum would have done 44, so it's at 8 health. So, I've got 3 options here, which is to go into Empoleon and Aquajet, they're going to Hitmonchan and Fake Out. But I have to check if Hitmonchan's Fake Out actually does enough damage. It doesn't. So it has to be Incineroar. Okay, so we have 2 options. Incineroar Fake Out or Empoleon Aquajet. Now, we obviously have to know, we know that Cradily is coming in after this. At full health. And we kind of don't want it to stockpile, I think. So I think with Incineroar, it might not. It should see a knockout with Ancient Power. Let's just make sure. I mean, Aquajet on, yeah, on the Aerodactyl is guaranteed 1 shot. Yeah, because I am fully relying on a loading executor to try and get through this. So, I'm gonna switch into Empoleon. The Aquajet. How crazy would it have been to switch there into Cradily and it can eat the Aquajet? Yeah, I definitely did mess up in the calculation for this fight because I should have seen that Hitmonchan was slower, and I still would have brought it because it was the only thing that could one-shot to Anzor, but I would have played this differently. But then again, the Quick Claw proctored Executor, so alright. Very unlikely it stockpiles here. I do feel like you're the best option to go into. You could do 34, you've still got your... well, you don't have a berry action, it's a Quick Claw. How does Gorganical do? The problem is I feel like with Gorganical... okay, cool, I Soul Kill, but then it's gonna set up still with a stockpile to start recovering. But I mean, I do have Rock Smash to keep getting his defense down. So obviously with the Executor, I'm hoping to come in here and put it to sleep, basically. Try and keep it asleep as much as possible. No, just see me. I could get Soul Cure up to negate its leftovers at least, and then start trying to go for the Hypnosis play. Let's go for Gorganical because it's healthier at the end of the day. Right, but that's the key thing. That's the key thing is the Sand Tomb. Because once that Sand Tomb goes off, I'm transferred 4 to 5 turns. I'm not going to be able to escape. let's go for Gargantuar. Oh, well. Oh, there you go. So I'm assuming ancient power. Oh, we actually have sand too. I don't know how I feel about that. Probably not great. So we definitely need to get the Soul Cure off itself. So we have to Rock Smash because it's boosting its defense. I do think Gargantuar is going to go down, unfortunately, but we'll do as much as we can before that happens. I think because of Sand Tomb's finished. Okay, there's a chance I can survive from the ancient power. Yeah, so I think it goes for more defenses. Okay. It might be okay. I wonder if I should have Rock Tomb there because I would have gone faster next time. But at the same time, it could start losing recover, and that's why I'm just spamming Rock Smash to lower its defense. I'm thinking because actually, if I Rock Tomb it will also be slower than a Loading Executor, and I don't need to worry about whether Quick Draw is going to prop or not. Come on, survive it! 1 HP! Yes! Yes! Gargantuar survived with 1 HP! Oh, that was way too close. Okay, you know what? I lost 1 Pokemon because of a crit. That's how, you know, that's how it is. Can't be too disappointed. Alrighty, gonna save right there, and we'll pick up next time. So, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you found that very entertaining. I certainly found it entertaining. You know, rest in peace, Relegator. You did a great job. It's just a shame we got crit at the end.